Hey there, journaling friends! Welcome back to this cozy corner of the internet where we'll talk about journaling, memory keeping, creativity, and stationery. I'm Honey from Cafe Analog, and today we'll be having a journal date inspired by the Japanese word Koi No Yokan. Koi No Yokan captures a sense of déjà vu for love and encompasses the bittersweet anticipation of a promising relationship that has yet to fully develop. It's the feeling upon first meeting someone that you will inevitably fall in love with them. This concept encapsulates the beautiful interplay of hope and also melancholy, suggesting that some connections hold such an innate potential even if the outcome is uncertain. The idea of knowing that love is on the horizon while still appreciating the present moment, I think this word encourages mindfulness and reflection. So for February 2025, Koi No Yokan is our word of choice for Cafe Analog's Project Me, a creative project for our journaling community to have fun, stay creative, and inspired. And you're welcome to join in. I will leave a link in the caption below if you'd like to know more about this project and check it out in your own time. To kick off the spread, I chose a big element for the background. And basically it can be anything, but this is one way I love to start a spread. Just put something striking or big enough on paper as a foundation, and then you build things around it. Sometimes it isn't easy to face a blank paper, but if you can put down something big there, something fundamental and something significant, it's just easier to then decide what you want to fit around it. It's like laying down the foundation for everything that is to come. Now, once you have this foundation, you just need to mix and match to see which element or which stamp will fit this foundation, which paper will make a good combination, which color of ink will look good against this background, which sticker will enhance this element. I like to think that related to our word Koi No Yokan, that our first big foundation in life is love. I think that's how we are here, because somebody loves us, somebody nurtures us, so we can be here today. But when I say love, I don't just mean romantic love. I mean the kind of love that permeates through our everyday lives, including our love for ourselves, for our friends, for the nature, for our cup of coffee, for cute stationery items, for the amazing smell of fresh baked bread, and all those little things that make life worth living. So if we have love as the foundation of our life, I think it is easier to choose things in our lives to match this foundation. It's easier to make decisions because you can ask yourself, is this loving? Am I making this decision out of love? Do I love this? Do I love myself when I do this? And I think everyone can also choose their big foundation, their background element that will radiate through their lives, through their words, through their actions. And some people may have the words kindness or respect or happiness or calm as their foundation in life, just like we will choose different big elements to put in our journal page. And so with this journal spread, I always refer back to that first element I put down when I built the pages. Some stickers or stamps will fit and some just don't feel like a good match. And in life, I think when we have our foundation, our roots, and we are clear about that, we won't be too hesitant to not include some things, experiences, or objects that just do not fit who we are at the core of our being. I think it makes us more aware to surround ourselves and our lives with things that's really important to who we really are and what we believe in. It's like having a compass inside of us pointing north. So last weekend I was rereading my old blog post from 10-12 years ago, and it was just full of love. My friends always told me I'm a hopeless romantic, although I consider myself a hopeful romantic actually. But it was just so refreshing to see the pouring of love through those old blog posts. Well, some of them really cringe when I reread it now, and some have love in the shape of heartbreaks, but still, I found it very warm to reread those blog posts. I think that's how we might feel when we read our old journal entries from 10, 12 years ago, to see how far you've come, but also how much you haven't changed. Because I think even though I have changed now, and I have changed my mindset, maybe there's a change in the way I see things, but I also noticed that in essence, I am still the same person as I was back then. I am still a very trusting person, sometimes too trusting. I tend to see people and always think that they are legit, they're kind, they know what they're doing, they're good people. And maybe I can be a bit naive in that sense, but I realized that that's just who I am. I'm just very trusting until I learn not to trust that person. But at first, I will trust you. And I'm still a romantic at heart. I enjoy romanticizing life. I still wear my heart on my sleeve. When I fell in love, I fell in love hard. Not only with people, but with places or food or hobbies or Netflix series. And I think in general, I'm also still quite optimistic in a sense that even though I was in a really bad place, which can happen from time to time, I always think that something better will come along, or things will be okay, or we'll somehow find a way. I think it's my way of understanding the underlying concept of Koi No Yokan, of just believing in something, believing in your roots and your compass. So even if you feel lost, you always know where you are and where you can go and what you're capable of. And that feeling, that trusting feeling of knowing that you will fall in love, you will inevitably fall in love with this life. It's a really comforting feeling for me. I think when we pour our hearts onto our journal pages, we start to see life through a different lens. And when we keep the memories of our mundane moments, they become meaningful. Those chores that felt tedious, like washing dishes or folding laundry, if we keep that and we tell the story about that, I think it can transform into cherished memories. It reminds us of the comfort of being home, of taking care of ourselves or the people we love, and how we nurture our self, our loved ones. And when we reflect on our experiences, the ones we have with others, we often find that allowing love to shape our perspective helps us understand and empathize with people more deeply. Maybe someone at work is having a tough day, and through your journal you can also explore how to meet them with kindness and understanding, and creating an invisible thread of love that just connects us all, because we also understand that we can have a tough day and that we are not the best person when we are having a tough day. And it just realizing that we can be mirrors to each other, and that makes us understand people more, because we can see ourselves acting or behaving a certain way if we are in their position. So I guess that's all for today. I invite you to create your own Koi No Yokan inspired journal spread, and I just can't wait to see how you translate this word into your journal pages. If you want to see some journal prompts to help you write down your experience relating to the word, I will leave a link down below where you can check it out in our blog. So happy journaling, and remember to pour your love and soul into it and have fun. See you next time. Bye.